Hi, yes, this is your host, Winnie Lee Chu, and today we will be talking with Dana Smither about manifesting what I want. This is so exciting as I just finished a talk on law of thinking, so this is the perfect sequel. Now, before Dana joins us, just a reminder to our listener that if you have question or comment during the show or anytime, visit us at facebook.com positive / positive vibe show. Using the law of attraction, Dana Smither teaches women entrepreneurs how to start and run their own business. For many entrepreneurs, charging what they're worth can be a block, and she uses the allowing process to unblock this. Dana, thank you so much for joining me on Positive Five.
Well, thank you for having me, Winnie Lee. I'm excited. I think it's a great program that you offer, and it's certainly very current in today's world of so many women entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I'm really excited for our topic of talking about manifesting what I want. It's the difference between, manifesting what other people want, but there's a difference between manifesting what I want and consistently getting it. So I'm really excited as we dive into it. Maybe as for starter, you could give just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you have helped many women entrepreneurs, especially, to get what they want.
Okay. Well, I've been an entrepreneur for about 10 years. I came out of the corporate world, and I really know I was going to end up where I am now in the beginning. But I started out going into actually the world of interior decorating, and then I got into home staging. And what I ended up creating with using some of the law of attraction principles was a business for myself. And with that business, I was able to manifest a great six-figure income, doing things that I wanted to do. And then I decided that I'd also like to help other women manifest what they want. So I delved more into the law of attraction, and in particular found that, as you said, a lot of women don't charge what they're worth. But if they work with this law of allowing principle in the law of attraction, I find that it helped me grow my business. And in my coaching practice, I work with that whole process of, as you just said, you were just talking about thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that we manifest starts with our thoughts.
That's right.
And then from those thoughts, then we have the feelings, and it's the feelings that are absolutely critical. And that's where a lot of the self-doubt comes in. Is, I've said I want this, okay, right, I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be that. So the thinking, what we want to manifest, starts with the thought. But you really have to know what it is you want. And, you and I have talked about a lot of experts in the field, and both you and I have been interested in the work of Michael Lozier and have used his technique. But that law of allowing those feelings, if you say, well, I'm going to create a great business for myself, or I'm going to creating a great business is not specific enough. So what do you want? And being very specific, right? Well, I want to work this many hours a week. I want to have this much money. I want to have time for my family, things like that. So then we have to get into that whole law of allowing. And once we can get into that and really, really believe that we can attract what we want, then it's not just the thoughts and the feelings. We then have to move into action. So that's where my coaching comes in as well. It's like, all right, because I've had successful businesses for 10 years now, it's, we've got to put things into action. And I like to start them with realistic steps, but nothing's going to happen without actions. And then the results that we get are going to be based on that whole cycle of thoughts, feelings, action, results. That's all. That's how manifestation works.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you on the action, even though, all the laws that I've been learning, and specifically I'm studying so much on bar practice right now. Once you start taking the action, the next step will be presented to you. Even though how much you study something, if you don't just try it, nothing else will work. It won't open up. It's just so
exactly.
Yeah,
it's absolutely true. And it's even like when I teach home staging, I do a 5-day course. They've got the manual. They've had the great training, and then why does one woman create an absolutely fantastic, abundant business and someone else doesn't? Well, if I ask, tell me what you've been doing, I know that one person is going to be actually putting what learned in the course into action, and the other person is still probably thinking about it or having a lot of self-doubt. So, it is we can read all we want, Winnie Lee, but if we don't take that and practice it, then it will just dissolve. It'll only be in our mind.
That's right. And I mean, I have done it over and over again. And now I'm learning to be more constructive and deliberate in my action. But it really doesn't matter, because as long as you start, even how in the beginning, you're not going to be perfect. And as you keep progressing, it's going to be a different show.
Right, absolutely, because everything is organic, right? Even you can still decide exactly what you want, but let's not forget that the law of attraction is working with the universe. So, as one of my mentors always said to me, put out there what you want, but then also add and better, right? Because
I love that
we don't know. Maybe we think we're going down this road, and we've also got to be fluid and flexible. They say, the best laid plans, can sometimes not happen. But I think if you set that intention and, you keep moving forward, then you may go off a fork in the road that you didn't see, but it's still going to be the right road to go, right? We don't want to be rigid about what we say or how our abundance or how our results come to us.
Yeah, that's right. Because, when you first, I recently gone on a hike up in Squamish, and when you first go, there's no way I could see that lake up at the front. It's so buried. But when you go up to the top, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful way to look at it, right? Because for some people, it does feel like climbing a mountain. Will I ever reach the top? But I think you have to have that vision, play the whole movie. What do you think? What are those results? What is it that you're wanting, right? And the more specific you are, and even if you say you just want to climb that mountain and have just an experience like you've never had before, well, you'll have that and some.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. What's one simple allowing process that you could share with our listener? Maybe it could help them get going on,
Yeah, okay. Great. So I like to just remember that, as we were talking before, that I used to think that the law of allowing was simply putting out there what you wanted, write a desire statement, and then let it go. But it's actually more than that. And this is the part that I think is so powerful. So you want to write out what it is you want. So I'm in the process, and Michael Lozier does use that, I'm in the process of, rather than saying I have or I want, right? So I like to say I'm in the process of attracting all that I need to do, know, or have to attract my ideal desire. And then you can fill in the blank. What's your ideal desire? And then this is the key point that I want to stress with this, and I use this when I'm coaching. So I ask for people to put statements together, such as, this is where the feeling part comes in. Let's just say they want a new client. So I love knowing that my ideal client is just waiting for me to call them. Or, I love how it feels when I get a new client. I love how it feels when I see that notification of payment from PayPal come in my email. I'm excited at the thought of working with someone new that I know I can help. So we send out those kind of desire statements. And then the allowing part that comes in is speaking in the third person and looking for evidence. So where do you see evidence? So have other people found their ideal client? And you could put in whatever profession you're in. Let's say you're a coach, right? So it might be okay. Thousands of coaches have been able to earn a six-figure income very easily. And then you might say something like, every day somebody is looking for the perfect coach that can help them move their business to the next level. So you just want to keep repeating statements and not using yourself, right?
Yes.
If you you can get into that self-doubt, like I know that hundreds of clients are calling me right now. Well, maybe you don't really feel that, so you can say, well, there's evidence, right? Thousands of people have very successful businesses in the field that I'm in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or hundreds of people have new clients every day, right? So you want to put those things out there. And then there's that part of just allowing that to be then, or something better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's a step-by-step process, and I use it every single day. I set my intention, and then I work at what it is that I'm wanting to attract. And I think for most of us, or a lot of people, are shifting in consciousness now as well, which is why you're doing this positive vibration, that by thinking those things, it really raises a vibration. And I think, the world is really getting that all around the world. This is not just, in our area of the world. Developing countries are getting this understanding of, looking at what they want and what can they do, right? Instead of saying, oh, poor me, instead of all that victim stuff or martyr, it's like, okay, what can we do? And by doing that and by helping and by serving and finding out where your purpose is, you really raise your own vibration. But by raising your own vibration, you raise the world vibration.
I totally agree with that one. And that's what I've been working so much on. It's just amazing, the whole process.
It is. It truly is. And yet it's a simple process. It's not always easy because people haven't thought this before, or it's new to them, or they have some doubt. But I guarantee, and I know that you as Winnie, from the things that you're manifesting, that over time, once you start to practice it, it's going to happen. And know that it's organic. So, self-doubt is going to come in. That's, we have our spiritual nature and we have our human nature, right? So in our human personality, you mentioned at the beginning manifesting what you want and not what other people want, right?
Yes.
Well, if we don't take care of ourselves first, there's no way that we can help other people in the world.
Well, I mean, and the really interesting thing that we keep learning over and over again is really you get what you vibrate. Now, I can't vibrate for you.
Absolutely. And, if you get into someone's vibration that is just, so totally low, as I was talking with someone yesterday, that, all I can do is, for me it might be a prayer of some sort, but just allow them to be on their journey, but know that I don't have to have that person in my life because they vibrate at such a low vibration. It often can, pull people down if they're not aware of it, that they get sucked into that vortex of such low energy that, they're practically lying on the floor and they can't even get out of bed and deal with it.
Yeah. Well,
that's not a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's probably another topic for another show, and I see that we're just about running up on the clock today for today's show. Is there some ways that guests can get in touch with you? I'm sure that they would love to learn more. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Winnie. I'm just relaunching my website. One of my websites, Empowered Women in Business. But people could email me at Dana, DANA, at empoweredwomeninbusiness.com, or they can phone me at 604-836-7174.
Dana, it's been a pleasure talking with you today. Is there any final word for our listener?
I think my final words would be just focus on what it is you want, get the right feelings for it, take some action, and you're going to change your life by allowing this law of attraction into your life, where it's going to raise your vibration. When you're vibrating on a higher level, lots of goodness will come into your life. And the highest vibration of anything is gratitude. So even if every day all you said were the things that you're grateful for in the morning, then that's going to change your day right there with a start like that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. It's been, well, Dana, thank you so much and thanks to our listeners for joining me on Positive Five today. You can follow us at facebook.com/Positive Five Show. And just a reminder that if you enjoy the show, please share us with your friends on Facebook and on Twitter. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening. To learn more about the Law of Attraction and to get access to all exclusive resources and interviews, visit www.winnieleechew.com. That's www.winnieleecheus.com.